This is Gratz's Sports Break.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Hello. Brought to you by the 8th Fighter Wing Physical Therapy Walk-In Clinic. If you have any type of acute minor muscle injuries now through May 13th, swing on by. No appointment is needed. First come, first serve only. Active duty military members only. This is your Sports Break, joined in the studio by a physical therapy expert himself, Trevor Pedro.
I know all about that, man.
Yeah,
those guys are pros over there, too.
They're the good people. Probably the Clippers, half the team should have showed up.
Yeah, Chris Paul,
to the
Blake
walk-in
Griffin.
clinic hours over at the PT clinic.
Yeah.
That's too soon for Clippers fans?
Too soon for NBA fans. What are you talking about?
All-star, in case you're wondering, all-star Blake Griffin out with a quad. Chris Paul out with a broken hand for the Clippers. Basically, their chances are done.
I think CP3 should just play with one hand, see what he can do.
He would probably still be amazing.
I think he would.
Chris Paul. I don't want to bury the lead, though, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's the NFL draft. And look, okay, new life for teams because right now everyone's still undefeated.
Right.
Which is great. It could be the day your franchise turns it around, or you could be remembered for one of the biggest busts of all time. Just ask the Raiders.
With the first pick in the 2007 NFL draft, the Oakland Raiders
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Quarterback, Jamarcus Russell.
Oh, no. You're going there.
It's still too soon for Raiders fans.
Yeah. What was that, 7 years ago? And people are still having heart attacks over that
I think that's one of those moments where, like, if you could go back in time, like a time portal all of a sudden kicks Roger Goodell off the stage. Someone's like, don't do it.
Yeah, I think Al Davis needed, like, the hindsight machine there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Top picks for this year. What are your thoughts?
It's a crapshoot between 1 and 2, but I'm thinking that LA's going to take Jared Goff. They're looking for a franchise quarterback, a face of the franchise. It's a California kid, and they're going to
stay in California.
Yeah, they're going to be able to sell big tickets, and he's the most ready out of all the quarterbacks. Lower ceiling, but most ready. So I mean, obviously with the Rams, you got a good defense, so you're looking for a good quarterback. Philly's going to take Wentz. I think he's going to do very well. He's a big guy. He's going to play well in a tough division. Nasty weather on the East Coast later in the season, so that's cool.
He played at North Dakota State, so he knows all about the nasty weather.
Yeah. I mean, that's gonna be easy for him. Number 3, I think San Diego's gonna pick Ronnie Stanley. I think they're gonna grab him.
You think?
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and really, he's the best run blocker out of all of them. He's a pretty decent pass blocker, but he's the best run blocker out there. And they're gonna pick Stanley because I like to coin this, okay? Hashtag help Phil.
Hashtag help Phil.
Yeah, Phil Rivers has been beat up for years.
Hear the Sarah McLachlan music?
Yeah, just come on, help him out.
For just one offensive lineman, you can help Phillip Rivers for the rest of his career. You think Jalen Ramsey's falling then?
I think so.
Out of the 3 spot.
I got him going at 5 to Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville needs a number 1 corner to match up with T.Y. Hilton and Hopkins and all those other guys. And then pumping up to 4, Dallas, they're going to grab Zeke Elliott. I don't care that they have McFadden, Morris, all these guys. Elliott is a 3-down back.
You think, wow, man, over Bosa, over some of the other names that are out there?
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
What are some other trade predictions? Anything like that? Of course, that's the big thing with the NFL draft. You think we know. We can do every mock draft ever, and all of a sudden, picks get traded.
So, first of all, I think some team's going to trade up to get Paxton Lynch. It's either going to be Buffalo, the Jets. I really think Cleveland's going to do it. I think they're going to trade out of the second round up into the bottom of the first. They're saying the sweet spot for Paxton is around 25, 27.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, so that's probably going to happen. Also, Miles Jack, he's dropping out of the top 10. People are worried about that knee. He's probably going to go around 14, 15. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders take a gamble on him. And Jalen Smith, the injured linebacker from
He's
Notre
maybe the
Dame.
biggest wild card in this whole thing because he was probably the number 1 overall pick at one time.
Yeah, and Bill Polian, super GM, you know that guy. He says Smith is the best athlete. So someone's gonna take a flyer on him, but they're gonna draft him really higher than most teams will, maybe in the second.
You hearing this, Packers? Take him. Let him rest a year, and then we need some strength at linebacker. Best name in the NFL draft. Who do you got? Do you have any crazy names? that you're excited about?
Mo Bowringer.
Mo Bowringer?
Yep.
Is he your guy?
He is my guy. He's that wideout from Germany that played in the high school league. It looked like a high school league, but he was running 4.4 40s, and it looks like he's got some skills. But I just love the fact that he goes by the name of Mo.
Mo.
Yeah.
My guy's a projected second-round pick defensive end. Yannick Ngakoue. Yannick Ngakoue, that's shades of Key and Peele.
Hingle McCringleberry, Penn State University.
Am I right?
I think you just won that one.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yannick Ngakoue, you heard it here first, supposed to be a second-round pick in the NFL draft. Again, 9 a.m. on AFN Sports. If you want to tune in to the beginning of it all, the beginning of careers, it's this beautiful thing
It's a beautiful day.
at the NFL draft.
Everybody has hope.
Speaking of the NFL, a new voice may be calling Monday Night Football. We'll talk about that. And after the break, also talk about the epic showdown between the Capitals and Penguins. I think the winner of the Stanley Cup's coming out of that series. And how far can the Warriors get without MVP Steph Curry? We want your opinions on all of it. Call us here in the studio and tell us what you think.
Your sports, your opinions. Call us at 782-8451 and let us know how you feel.
Brian Rotz on the morning show. Like guitar, wah. That would be awesome.
It's AFN Kunsan, the Eagle.
You want the Eagle? Who's this?
Hey, what's up there? This is Frank. How you doing?
What's going on, Frank?
Hey, listen, are you talking about all this draft and stuff like that? I got a question for you.
This morning's the NFL draft. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, so who you think's gonna go number one? Because I got some inside intel, if you know what I mean.
You got the inside scoop.
Yes, I got guys from coast to coast, baby.
You're coast to coast. You got your hand on the train track. You got the pulse of the NFL.
You better believe it.
Okay, who's going number? I think Jared Goff probably is going number one. But what do you think, Wentz?
Nope.
Did we just get trolled?
I think we did. That's hard. That's hardcore right there.
Oh my gosh.
Frank's on my hit list.
John Cena. Imagine if Goodell walked up there. We just got trolled by Frank in Philly.
Yeah, John Cena.
Congratulations, Frank. You got us. We'll have to track down Frank and see. Speaking of trolls, earlier this week, Skip Bayless announced he's leaving ESPN for Fox Sports. And now yesterday, Mike Tirico announced he's leaving ESPN.
That's what I like to call a throat punch, man. Because Mike is awesome. We grew up with that guy, and he could call anything. The guy called NFL, NBA, college basketball, golf, and tennis.
I love him in golf.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Puts me right to sleep as I take my golf nap, you know?
Now they're saying that he's going to join the Thursday night team for NBC.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Him up there with Al Michaels doing the Thursday night thing.
Well, who's Monday Night Football all of a sudden has a vacancy.
Yeah. So they're saying probably Sean McDonough. It's going to be interesting if they grab him because he's a basketball guy. So we'll see how he matches up with Gruden. I don't know.
You think they would ever go with Chris Collinsworth? Chaboy, Chris Collinsworth?
My boy, that's the Bill Walton of NFL.
This is the Bill Walton. He's giving us gems like this one.
Eli, though, is smoking hot. He's now putting it away from the body, giving his receiver a chance. And if you want to play him one-on-one, I play pitch and catch all night long.
Oh, come on.
Good Lord.
This is a family program, Chris Collinsworth.
I think he took too many shots to the head.
One too many shots to the head for one Chris Collins. I don't think they would ever.
Yeah.
Mike Tirico is going to be hard to replace.
He's going to be really hard. I can see why he did it, though, because he's looking fast forward when Costas leaves and he can take over the Olympics, call the Super Bowl. I get it. But still, that's a huge void, man.
I agree. Bad news for ESPN. Speaking of bad news, how about this? A new segment we like to introduce. Good news, bad news, or no news, brought to you by the thrilling trip this weekend. Outdoor Rec, tandem paragliding. Some of the best instructors in Korea are going to make sure that you see beautiful Korea from the air. If you want more details, it's $130 this Saturday, April 30th. Outdoor Rec, give them a call, 782-4938. They're going to be able to hook you up with more information. Like I said, this is good news, bad news, or no news.
It's time for good news, bad news, or no news.
So what we like to do, we toss up 60 seconds on the clock and then hit some of the big headliners. You ready?
Let's go.
Oh, this is suspenseful stuff, too. Let's start with the Capitals versus the Penguins. Good news, bad news, or no news that they're facing this early?
That's good news, man.
You think so?
It's an amazing series. These guys going to match up. It's going to be a track meet. Two great goalies. The goalie for Washington has stopped 85 of 89 shots this playoffs.
It's pretty incredible. Braden Holtby, by the way, that's who you're talking about. The last time they played in the postseason, 2009, Pittsburgh won. Pittsburgh won the Stanley Cup.
Crazy.
We'll go from there. UFC 200.
You know, I think people want to see Conor in there, but I think people will still buy the package. People will still watch. It's such a well-oiled machine, UFC is. They could have Gomer Pyle fighting MacGyver, and people would still buy it.
Shout out to the Gomer Pyle reference.
Yeah, people are still gonna
They've
watch
replaced Bones Jones with his epic rematch, round 2 against Cormier. Who do you got?
You know, I think Jones. He's got it.
I got Jones too. How long should the Warriors rest Steph Curry?
Don't rest him. Play him. Come on.
You and I are on different sides of the spectrum on this. I think they should rest him until the Western Conference Finals, likely against the Spurs. They're likely going to play the Blazers next round.
You know, Kawhi is going to be mad if Curry comes in there and they just cakewalk through Portland. I'm just saying. A mad Kawhi, he will shut him down.
I guess we'll debate about that when that series eventually hits us.
It's going to happen.
We'll go from there. And again, that was bad news, good news, or no news here on 88.5 The Eagle. We are serving America's best. If you're just tuning in, today's Friday, April 29th. Trevor Pedro joining me in the studio. We're talking about some of the sports headlines that you can enjoy. Speaking of sports, how about AFN Sports, the weekend schedule? What are you looking forward to most?
It's an amazing weekend.
Yeah.
Rolling right into some exercise time, so you get some time to relax this weekend. And make sure you watch Saturday morning at 9, AFN Sports HD. OKC versus San Antonio.
I mean, as great as that game's going to be, there's really only one right answer to that question. What are you going to watch on AFN this weekend? Forget AFN Sports for a second, just AFN in general. AFN Spectrum Late Night, Episode 2 of Game of Thrones.
Another head on the shelf.
You know nothing, Trevor Pedro. And on that note, thanks for joining me this morning. Any last words before we get out of here regarding the sports world?
Happy draft day to everyone.
Happy draft day. In case you're just tuning in about 30 minutes, AFN Sports, you're going to be able to tune in to the NFL draft, 9 a.m. here in Korea. Make sure to check it out.
And that was Gratz's Sports Break.
He scores!